So fellow YouTuber James Moore asked us for a case study for mortgage brokers. So James, your wish is our command. We put together a case study for mortgage brokers. Dive right in right now. All right, so this is a case study how we generated $1.21 long-form mortgage leads. This is for a loan officer in Miami, Florida. As you can see, we generated 29 long-form leads in a week's time. Long form meaning we're getting more information than just name and email or name, email, phone number. We're asking them a series of questions and kind of like a quiz/survey style landing page. It's multiple pages. I'll show you the questions that we ask. The big Quicken Loans, the big companies, the big multi-million, some billion-dollar companies. It's the same technology they use. We modeled them. We created a software called FormBlaze, and it's designed to do this, just that quiz/survey style landing pages. So there are many hidden benefits on Facebook, not just generating leads. There's some other benefits as well that I want to cover. Most people are focused on generating leads and closing business. Obviously, a loan officer, mortgage, it's going to be a little bit longer sales cycle, so it's going to take a little bit more time because it's a big purchase for people. So benefit number one, it is low cost. You can generate results with as little as $5 a day. Now, if you're in a busier market, although this loan officer example is in Miami and she did really well, LA, New York, you might have to spend maybe $10, $15 a day. Southern California is quite competitive. So you might have to spend a little bit more, but in general, most areas you can get results with as little as $5 a day. And like I said, this example right here is a lady in Miami, and she's getting wonderful results with $5 a day. The number two is you're building up a database. This is my favorite. This is the biggest benefit, in my opinion, is you're building up a database. This is a database of local consumers that are giving you their name, their email, their phone number. And in this case, they are answering, I think we have 5 different questions about credit score. We'll go over that in a minute. They are giving you their information. They're raising their hand saying they are interested in more information. This is very, very, very valuable, and a lot of people overlook this. This is a database that you own. It's a database that you control. It's an asset for your business that you can build on for years and years and years to come. There's a lot you can do with the database if you leverage it properly. Now, how do you leverage it? I would recommend sending out at least a weekly email to that database, like a live email. You just write one email, you blast it out to, if there's 10 in your database, if there's 725 in your database, it doesn't matter. It's going to take you the same amount of time. So sit down once a week. I recommend picking a day and a time if you want to do it. Send out an email every Tuesday at 10 a.m. or something like that. And just update them on maybe current clients you're working with, current questions, current problems, current things you've been asked by your clients or prospects, and just answer them. Tell them about the market, what's going on in your area, things going on in the city, in the neighborhoods, schools, whatever it is. Just kind of update them. Just again, at the very bottom here, the goal is to stay top of mind. I'd also recommend sending out a monthly a monthly text message and or ringless voicemail. Now, I really like the ringless voicemail, and what that is you record an audio, typically let's say anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds or so. You record it once and you blast it out to your database. It's very similar to the email, only it's a voice recording. And you blast it out and it gets sent to their voicemail inbox on their phone. The phone doesn't ring, hence the name ringless voicemail, but that audio is sent to their voicemail. To them, it appears that you physically called them, that you manually called this person. And that really can separate you from the competition. So if you're sending out a monthly voicemail, they're going to think that you called. Reach out, Happy Easter, reach out if it's something to do with the coronavirus. Hey, I hope everything's going well with your family. You're practicing social distancing. That's just what we're dealing with right now. But just, again, the goal is to stay top of mind. You certainly could. It doesn't have to be salesy. You certainly could ask maybe every, I wouldn't do this every voicemail, but maybe every couple voicemails. Hey, do you know anyone looking to purchase a home? I'm happy to help. Something along those lines. But it's just, the goal is to stay top of mind. You do this consistently, they're going to start not just reaching out when they're ready, they're going to start telling their friends and family. Not many loan officers, if any loan officers, send voicemails to their prospects and or clients on a monthly basis. You do this for a few months, they're going to start talking when they're at the dinner parties, when they're at the picnics, and when they're out and about with friends and family. They're going to start talking. Oh, my loan officer, he calls me once a month, or he leaves me a voicemail once a month or emails me. That is how it works. So it's all about that consistency, about consistently sending these messages out. Like I said, I recommend a weekly email and at least a monthly text and or ringless voicemail. You certainly could do both. Maybe send a ringless voicemail at the first of the month and a text message sometime in the middle of the month. Just checking in, hoping they're doing well, have a great week, something along those lines. Text message, you're a little bit more limited with your messaging. It's 160 characters capability, typically 160, although you certainly can go a little bit over. But I really like the ringless voicemail because, like I said, it's more personable and it appears that you physically called them. The next benefit, this is a 24/7, 365 lead machine. This thing's working nonstop. It's always working. This example right here, the lady ran it for 7 days. I have another example that I'm going to share, another case study that we've ran for a client who is in San Antonio. His ad has been running since a couple days after Christmas. Right now, it's March 23rd, I think it is, and his campaign is still running. Almost 4 months later, almost 3 months later, it's still running for him. It's 24/7, 365, just continually working for him while he's sleeping, while he's with his family, while he's doing whatever. That's really, really powerful. So like it says on the screen here, this is always working even when you're not working. So here is dive into the case study here. So like I said, this is a lady, and this is a loan officer in Miami, Florida. We are targeting nurses. And so as you can see, we have 162 clicks to the ad. I'll show you the ad here on the next screen. We have 29 leads. Again, these are the long form leads. So it's name, email, phone number, along with 5 questions. So it's 8 pieces of data. As you can see, $1.21 per lead, which is fantastic for these type of leads. Typically, they're in the 5. It depends on where it's at. Some states it's over $10, but sometimes it's in the $5 to about $9 range. $1.21 is excellent. So you can see $35 spent. So here is the targeting. Last summer, Facebook removed some targeting capabilities in the credit space, the housing space, and also the credit, housing, and employment space. So loan officers were affected. You cannot target by age. Cannot target by gender, and they removed a lot of the detailed targeting. We used to target by job title, nurses, teachers. You could target companies to different employers. You no longer can do that. However, we craft an ad to talk to the person, to call them out right away. So we're targeting Miami, Florida, 50-mile radius. No detailed targeting. As you can see, no age, no gender. We're not even doing language here. And then here is the example, or here is the ad that is running. So attention Florida nurses. What this does is anyone who's not a nurse, obviously it's only running to people in Florida, but anyone who's not a nurse, we want them to continue scrolling. This is not for them. This ad is not for them. But if they are a nurse, they're obviously in Florida, that's going to catch their attention. That's going to stop, then they're going to go to that next line. New programs make it easier for Florida medical professionals to become homeowners. So if they're interested in purchasing a home, if they've been thinking about it, considering it, maybe it's 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, they might be interested. They click the link here. Again, we are using just a image of just an average priced home in the Florida area. We typically use the front of the home, an interior shot, living room, sometimes a bedroom, but usually living room and kitchen do well. Sometimes the backyard if it's like a nice backyard, but it's just an average home. We found you don't want to list $1 million home because a lot of people can't relate to that. You obviously don't want to list a dump home. So we find whatever the average value of that home is in that city, we grab an image. We grab that house and use that because people can relate to it. And then once they click the ad, it is taken off of Facebook onto another piece of software that we have called FormBlaze. And as you can see, homes for Florida nurses. The ad says attention Florida nurses, so it's very, very congruent. Nurses are capeless heroes, and we want to thank you for your service. And they enter in their zip code right here. And then that takes them to the next page. And the questions that we ask are These are all completely customizable. You can add questions to it. You can remove questions. You can tweak the questions, tweak the answers, come up with your own set of questions, your own set of answers. Do you currently rent or own? When are you planning to move? Just to kind of see where people are at, kind of a little temperature check in a way. Have you ever purchased a house? What is your current credit score? This is typically an estimate. How much do you feel comfortable paying? And what this is like a sliding scale. So it'll have like 0 and I think it's $5,000, $10,000 or something. And then they just kind of drag the scale either with their mouse, or if they're on their phone, it's real simple to do just with their thumb. They can say $1,200 a month is what I'm comfortable paying for. And then the last 3 are name, and then email, and then phone number. So we ask those 5 questions. We get their name, their email, and their phone number. They hit submit, and then they're instantly added into Hot Prospector, our follow-up system. And then this is just kind of a diagram of an example follow-up system. So we leave them ringless voicemails, text messages, and emails. And so this is just an example. So on day 1, so immediately they will get a ringless voicemail and an email. On the second day, they will get all 3 of these. On day 3, they'll get a ringless voicemail and an email. We'll give a break on day 4, day 5. We'll leave them a text and an email, and so on and so forth. Obviously, these can be completely customized. You can stretch it out. You can send only voicemails if you want. It's completely customizable. But this is just kind of an example of a 14-day sequence. I think this is a 15 message. So they're getting hit with voicemails, text, and emails. And the whole goal with this follow-up system, or these follow-up messages, there's one singular goal. It's to get them to respond. That's it. We just want them to respond. If it's a text message, they respond back. The loan officer can text them back. If it's a voicemail and they call back, they can set up an appointment. If it's an email, same thing. They can set up an appointment. So this is the capabilities of what Hot Prospector can do. We actually have a forever free account. You can sign up right now. You can go to this link right here, gethpnow.com/free. There's also a link down in the description. It'll be the very first link. You can go in there and set up your free account. Again, it's completely free, and you get, I believe it's 500 credits a month you're able to use with the free account. So you can dive in. We got tons of training. We got email follow-ups kind of showing you how to set things up and capitalize on this. It's your it's your total sales automation system. It's a lead management CRM. Like I talked about already, it offers ringless voicemail, text message, and email. It's an inbound call tracking. It's a call recording, and it also integrates with Zapier, which Zapier is a platform to connect other pieces of software together so they kind of talk to each other. You also get access to our Facebook advertising secrets. These will be training videos on how to set up your own Facebook ads, just kind of like what I just walked through. There's other examples as well, but you get instant access to this as well for signing up for a free account. So if you have any questions or comments about the process, please drop them down below in YouTube here, and we'd be more than happy to answer them. To sign up for a forever free account, like I said, go down and click that first link in the description, set up the free account. If you have questions on the system, there's a little chat bubble in the lower right-hand corner. Support will be more than happy to help you out. Thank you.